Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to come on here for a twin flame reading. I talk about signs on whether or not you have a twin flame. Well, I've made one about that before. I should actually post it on YouTube for you guys to see it. It's all about soul connections and everything. But essentially, this one is about discovering who your twin flame actually is and signs of abuse and strategy to get away from that. A false twin flame, they often are really abusive, manipulative, they gaslight. You can call it prep if you want. Or you could say it's a code to get you to your twin. Because it does take time. Personally, with my real twin, because I had this issue for a while, was finding out who my true twin was. Sorry, my dog is just out here. Smoke. I talk about this because it is really stressful when you think you found your twin and they're like the same as you, the exact same. Okay. Which can be called a twin. It definitely can be called a twin because it's the exact same. But the thing about real twins, if you look at like a set of twins that were born together, they have so many differences. It's not funny. I know two who are a girl and a boy. Their scent is like the same, but one is more confident. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like she's more inner confident on like the shy introverted level, and he's more like extroverted confident kind of thing. And the things that they like are different. It's like when a mom puts the twins into the two of the same things and one doesn't like it and the other really does. It's like that with twin flames. I'm sorry for smoking while I'm live, but I'm wanting to enjoy it. So we're gonna do that today. Just guys. Okay, so the real twin flame, reading each other can be an issue. It's oftentimes where you can end up in separation for not reading each other properly, not knowing where you are and what you want to talk about. Like, if you're ignoring your twin, it's not okay. Like, you can't fully get through to them that way, and you can't come into harmony with them while you're saying that you want these things, or you're ignoring them and wishing that your twin will come and talk to you about it. But that is a soulmate interaction. I do have a soulmate that I call my twin, and we have past life scenarios and everything together. I have also another video on my page there that talks about inner songs and what they mean for an emotional aspect. It's like, coming from a spiritual aspect, you could say it's like needing the same crystals at the same time kind of thing. It's like having the same thing going on within you at the same time, no matter what. It's only like a few off. I can't even put a minute to it because it's strange. With twin flames, you can't do that. You can't say, oh, okay, and then they come and be codependent like my soulmate does. And then the person who I was stuck on in terms of twin flames was my ex, Josh. Very similar to my twin, and I think that was preparation for me on that level of the reading level. where we read each other through their circumstances. Because it's funny how that happened, because my true twin was reading me and read and felt everything that I was on, and actually ended up offending me, not realizing that, hey, I'm reading you, and hey, this is all that I picked up on just now. And I did get excited, but in the end, it was a downfall, because I had Josh for that reason, and he was abusive to me. I can't even lie about it. It's too much. What are you doing now? You're staying? Okay. I know. Anyway, I was rather convinced for a long time, which was honestly stupid of me, because I knew since we were so little. But obviously, because of that, it goes over my head, and I went for it anyways, thinking that he's my twin flame, because after all those years of not seeing him, and after all the time period throughout it, I would forget that. My body would react to when I met him. The funny part about that is that he's very similar to my false twin flame. So that is the issue at hand, because I actually awoke with this person who I'm calling my false twin flame. So you can see where I'm going with it, on behalf of it going over my head. It's after so many years, you sort of dwell in the twin flame reading area, and you find these things and you go, oh, it sounds like that. But truly, it's like my awakening to that level. So my real twin's name is Travis. He's so beautiful. He's been around my family my whole life. And we got the pleasure of growing up together. I really don't know about other twin flames at this point in my journey, because of the fact that it went over my head, and I couldn't see through it on my reading them, because I was focused on all these different soul connections and how they vibe with each other, and how immaculate they are. I was absorbed in that idea. And I know I've been in separation for far too long at this point. It's to the point where you need your twin, but it's a difficult situation where you're stuck and you can't really do much at all in terms of reading each other. But I think that's the hard part, and I think that's what usually keeps twins away from each other, is that part of the reading aspect where it's so hurtful, and you have this deep past and this deep passion for each other, and you know that it hurts each other when you bring these things up, but you know at the same time that you have to. I think that's also why I have my soulmate Drew. It's because I do talk to him, and I do have to talk to him about it, and it's feeling like I'm not good enough to be able to talk to him about it is the problem. And then Drew brings it up on me, and it comes out of me, but there's so much more that I need to talk to Travis about. A lot more. I don't know how many twins are out there that have gotten to this level with us, but we are attached to one another, and we do show it. Like, I mean that literally, like, hey, or two in one, two in one. We read when it comes to each other. It can be difficult when you're clearly one. And especially it becomes difficult when it comes to work. When your family says you need to work, but you know this is your sole work. This is your work. This is your purpose. This is the beautiful aspects of life that you really can't get away from, and you really can't ignore. You really can't say anything more. When you have big dreams with your twin, and you know you want to go far with it. Especially in the holistic lifestyle. It's hard to get around in my town, actually. Not just in my town. In concept to twin flame readings. It's, as I said, not a lot of twin flames don't actually take full note of their reading and their skill and how they should be combining their efforts together rather than straying away. This is why I fully get annoyed with soulmates on that level. I can't deal with them on that level because it's so much easier, and it's not a joke. It's so much easier than anyone could expect or know, unless if you've really been through that level over and over again. And then you do realize when something is wrong, but you don't always know how to get through it, and that's where the issue arises. And that's when you need a reading, and you're not sure how to get through it. Because then you get a reading, and you get your information, and you're able to go and connect with them on it, and talk through what you need to talk through, and get across what you need to get across to your twin. On many levels, it involves other people. Especially when it comes to family. This part is for me because my Nana did rape me, and it just so happened to be that it included our twin flame aspects, and it just so happened to be that it included one love, and it just so happens that it holds my job level. And on the level of family, where Travis is my family and I grew up with him and he's my true life. It's my true life. He's the one that I love. The one that tells me when something like that comes up. It's really hard to get around. Because we both know that regardless of whether or not they hate us, we do have love for our family. And we do want to grow with them. And we want to see them rise too. That's twin flame, and that's where it's the hardest. One of the hardest things for our level is saying that we're family. We don't have family. It's a weird thing. The idea that she's soft So we can say that we won. Won. It's hard to play. It's hard to play through. She's still alive. She's still up there. So it's harder for us to play with each other. Know that we could get in magical trouble for it. And so I say, I need to move. But how do I do that with my holistic business? It's not doing as well. I think it should be, or at least hoping, I don't know, putting full intent behind the powerful manifestation I need to work on.